After watching this story, you will be shocked. And maybe wish you could create a story like this yourself. But remember, this is not just any ordinary story. Big YouTubers only show a single picture and leave you with an incomplete truth. But I've made the full story into a complete video, so you can experience every moment that shakes the soul. If your heart is strong, make sure you watch till the very end. And if you want to see more terrifying and mysterious stories, hit that subscribe button now, because the real story is just getting started. In October 2016, I moved to Chicago for a new job. I found an old apartment building on the south side. The rent was surprisingly cheap compared to other places. The landlord was an old man. He kept looking at me strangely while giving me the keys. Before I left, he said something that felt odd. He said, "If you hear anything at night, don't open your bedroom door." I thought he was joking. I smiled and left, but that warning would soon become my worst nightmare. On my first night, everything was normal until around 3:12 a.m. I suddenly woke up. My room felt unusually cold. Then I heard something. It sounded like wind moving inside my apartment, but all my windows were closed. The sound slowly turned into footsteps. Slow, dragging footsteps. They were coming from my living room. I stopped breathing and listened carefully. Step, drag, step, drag. Someone, or something, was walking inside my apartment. I gathered the courage and opened my bedroom door. My heart was beating fast. The living room was completely empty. Nothing was there, but the air felt heavy, cold, and uncomfortable. I checked the main door. It was still locked from inside. No one could have entered. As I turned back toward my bedroom, I heard a whisper behind me, very close to my ear. It said one word: leave. The next night, I decided to stay awake. At exactly 3:07 a.m., I saw something move in the corner of the living room. It was dark, but I could clearly see a tall black shape standing near the wall. It was too tall to be human. It didn't move like a person. It stood completely still. Watching me, I froze. I couldn't move. Then slowly, it moved backward into the darkness and disappeared. After that night, a strange smell started appearing every night. It smelled like something was burning, but nothing was on fire. I checked the kitchen, the wires. Everything was normal, but the smell was strongest near the hallway. It smelled like burnt flesh. I felt sick and scared. I knew something was wrong in that apartment. I decided to record audio while I slept. The next morning, I played the recording. At first, there was silence. Then suddenly, I heard footsteps. Slow, dragging footsteps. Then a deep voice. Not human, it said. "This place is mine." My hands started shaking. I was alone that night. No one else was in the apartment. That same morning, I noticed something on my chest. 3 long scratches. Fresh scratches. They were bleeding slightly. But I didn't feel anything during the night. I didn't remember hurting myself. It felt like something touched me while I was sleeping. I installed a small camera in my living room. The next morning, I watched the footage. At exactly 3:09 a.m., the camera started shaking slightly. Then something appeared. A tall black figure crawled into the frame. It wasn't walking. It was crawling like an animal. Its limbs were long and twisted. The figure slowly turned toward the camera. Its face was not normal. Its eyes were completely black. No white, no pupils, just darkness, and its mouth was too wide. It slowly smiled at the camera. Then it did something impossible. Its head turned all the way around, completely backward. No human can do that. It kept staring into the camera, as if it knew I was watching. The next night, my bedroom door started shaking violently. Something was hitting it from outside. Bang, 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 over and over again. I was frozen in fear. Then it stopped suddenly. Then I heard it. Inside my room, right behind me. "You stayed?" I was not alone anymore. I felt something touch my shoulder. It was ice cold. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. The next day, I asked the landlord about apartment 214. His face turned pale. He said the previous tenant died there. He was found in the living room. His body was twisted, and his face was frozen in terror. I decided to leave, but that night, it came again. It was standing inside my bedroom, watching me. It said my name. Slowly. It smiled again. A wide, inhuman smile. I ran out of the apartment. I never went back. But sometimes, at 3:07 a.m., I still hear it, behind me, whispering, "Come back."
It's Silly Hacking the Daniel, and if you want to watch the full videos, subscribe to the channel and watch the full story on my long video.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos and support that channel.